here we are, Retail Wrap 31. Exciting time to be in retailing. Definitely not an exciting time to be in Victoria. Good on you, Premier Andrews, or whatever your name is. You're doing a great job.
Well, look, I don't want to be offensive to South Australians, but why would you want to go there? Don't get too stressed that they won't let you into Adelaide. Why would you really want to go there?
Are you sure about that?
And that's what must be done. Beers, beers, beers.
So as you can see, there's a shitload to do here, and more importantly, we're actually allowed to do it here in South Australia. And just in case you don't know, we also have a YouTube channel, JP Drake. Get on there and subscribe to it, and make sure you hit the notifications, and then you'll never miss anything. Let's get straight into it. Well, COVID-19 has definitely produced a lot of things, but one of the things that probably won't go away is the amount of sanitizer being used. Distilleries from all around Australia banded together to come up with their own sanitizers due to the lack of supply in the country. Interestingly enough, we were getting some stuff from Lot 100 here. Great sanitizer, smelt like gin. So if you didn't like gin, it probably wasn't the best. But it seems the Victorian-based Apollo Bay distilleries might have had a little bit of a mishap. Fucking Victoria, you can't get anything right at the moment. Unfortunately, they wrong labelled a bottle of sanitizer as gin. Apollo Bay Distillery made a recall of their SS Casino gin bottle after one woman had fallen ill after consuming the product. Their product recall stated the product is labelled as gin, however, it's not gin. And the bottles contain 1.5% of glycerol and 0.125% of hydrogen peroxide and probably over 75% alcohol. So it wasn't probably that bad. Giving consumers sanitizer, you're taking a leaf out of Trump's book right there.
Right, and then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute. And is there a way we can do something like that? Injection inside or...
Oh, get f***ed. No, we're not.
But I really feel for you, Apollo Bay. This could happen to anyone, and it's very unfortunate, but you guys jumped on it straight away and fixed the problem, and nobody died. Online delivery, specifically the last mile. It's fair to say online has definitely grown at an alarming rate, and that's no different here in Australia as it has been anywhere else in the world. In recent times with COVID-19, there has been a huge increase in volume on online, specifically in grocery, and pretty much everything else online has been growing at a remarkable rate. But let's have a look at it now. We're now in June, and we have started to see that the online sales have started to flatten out, albeit on a huge growth. US consumers use grocery delivery platforms from late March to early April of an increased rate of around 11 to 14%. When surveyed again in mid-May, this appeared to be flattening off. These results came just as Instacart, a grocery delivery firm in the US and Canada, announced that they have raised $225 million in investment and are still experiencing unprecedented surge in customer demand. Their order volume has gone up 500% in the past 12 months. Instacart's hired 300,000 new employees since March and have announced they're actually going to hire another 250,000 more to ensure that they can fill customer orders with their last mile delivery service, specifically their platform that gives you the ability to have your groceries delivered within an hour. From Gallup's poll, 50% of the consumers are saying they're still visiting the supermarket. Another survey by McKinsey & Co has indicated that a whopping 70% of customers have continued to go into shopping in their local supermarket. I think online in the supermarket retailing sector is going to grow extremely slowly, and I think the last mile delivery will be something that comes here in Australia. It's very popular overseas, but not so much here because our cost of delivery is so much higher than anywhere else in the world. So we all know there's going to be grocery online for the customers that want to be at home online, and there's going to be grocery shopping for people that want to come into store. This will be the forever battle of online versus bricks and mortar. We're extremely fortunate in the supermarket game to be able to keep people coming back by experiencing new things every time they come into the store. And that's something you don't quite get online yet. The experience of smelling the food and whatnot still hasn't relayed out to the people shopping at Lime. And the basic story of all of that is that we need to be an omni-channel strategy where we are looking after our bricks and mortars customer when they're here, and we're looking after our cyber customers when they're there. Australian retail had the biggest recorded rise in the history of Australian retail for March, followed by its biggest decline in April due to the COVID-19 lockdown measures. It's back again with a 16.3 rise for May 2020, according to the preliminary ABS data. The results are encouraging for the industry and sector and shows consumer spending may be coming back to a little bit of normalisation. I can speak on behalf of Drake's. We're experiencing extremely good sales growth still. We are one of the very fortunate ones that are lucky enough to be in a position where we are able to continue to trade and to still be strong. We all need to band together and make sure we're supporting local and supporting your local cafes, clubs, pubs, not in Victoria because you can't get into them, but everywhere else in Australia, and especially once we start to get the restaurants open and your fruit and veg shops and meat shops. Bitcoin vending machine. You might recall we did a story on Bitcoin a long time ago. I'll show that clip now. I was in Germany 2 years ago and I've bought a coffee with my Bitcoin. Process did take a long time and I'm sure things have got a lot better since then. So you can now purchase a bottle of water or Coke from a Coca-Cola vending machine. Coca-Cola has signed an agreement with Centropay, which allows consumers to use cryptocurrency to purchase a bottle of Coke from one of their 2,000 vending machines. Consumers must use Centropay's Silo Smart Wallet and scan the QR code with their smartphone. They say this has been a measure of people by not touching things at the vending machine. I don't want to sound like a smartass, but that bottle got put into the machine by someone. It was off a factory, probably by someone, and it's been touched probably 20,000 times before it's got there. Moral of the story is this a conspiracy for the cashless society? Let's not get into that. But Bitcoin, you know I love it. I'm a big fan of cryptocurrency and it's great to see a practical use for crypto. And I don't want to go on about my coffee story because that coffee's now worth about $4,000. There you have it, Retail Wrap 31. Some interesting topics in there. Please be sure to share this, like, subscribe, and look out. We might be doing some live stuff off LinkedIn. Never know. But we're definitely doing polls and moving forward with that. And don't forget to go to the YouTube page and subscribe and make sure the bell rings. Notify. See you next time. And look at these lights, man. They're so good. All right, we ready? Yeah. For fuck's sake. Fuck, where's my pink juice? There. Oh, what can you see? Shit. Oh my God. Almost started without it. Oh, I meant to do the reaction. Yeah.